A lot of sellers are losing a lot of money in this market, and some of them are first-time home buyers. You know, I remember. Remember those videos a while back where I said, hey, listen, a year ago, a year and a half ago, when I said, you may want to watch out and you can lose your head in some of these markets. And now we're here. And we're gonna talk about it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, look in the pinned comment and in the description. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. You cannot beat it. It's free. And on top of that too, if you need any financing on commercial properties or investment properties, duplexes, anything like that, retail, multifamily, I'm your man. I've been a lender for 20 years and I can assist you with that. That information is in the description, guys. Let's just jump right into this. I have said over and over and over, guys, that it's going to get worse before it gets better. And now we're in a predicament where we're starting to see individuals say, hey,
Orlando, what's gonna happen here? I need some advice. What's happening here? I'm gonna lose a lot of money. How do I not lose that money?
and I'm here to say, you already made the decision to purchase a home. And again, guys, what have I always said here? You don't have to listen to me. You can do what you want. It's all up to you. I'm just here to say, hey, listen, you may want to look right here because this is showing, this is leading here. That's all I'm doing. We have a gentleman here that has a message. It says, losing a lot of money on my first house, looking for advice, made a poor decision of buying a house last year at a high interest rate. As I was told, if I didn't buy, then I would have a very difficult time buying anything within the next few years. Well, long story short, call it buyer's remorse or my stupidity, but life events have caused me to relocate for work sooner than originally anticipated. So I will only have owned the house for a little over a year before selling in the spring. Based on the numbers I ran, if I sell at a decent price, hoping interest rates drop in the spring to create a decent selling market, I would lose about $55,000. Has anyone been through something like this where you just have to eat your mistake in buying when you shouldn't have and then cut your losses and move on? Any tips? Well, I do have some tips or advice for you, but listen, guys, the point of this video is so that you, the one watching this video, you don't get caught in something like this. I have said it over and over and over again. You have to do what's best for you and your family. Don't let a real estate agent, me, CNN, pundit, anyone make the decision for you. I need you to do the research. I need you to verify and make sure that you want to buy a home, that you don't want to buy a home. But listen, I am here to give you the information so you can make the best decision for you and your family. Let's break down his message here. It says, I made a poor decision of buying a house last year at the high interest rate. Guys, listen, high interest rates, it doesn't matter. I have said it over and over and over again. The high interest rate, who cares? What do we care about here? We care about purchase price. And he is leading in this message by saying, I bought at high interest rate. And he thinks, hey, listen, I'm just giving the advice. He thinks that high interest rates is what's causing him to lose $55,000.
Erroneous on both counts.
Well, I'm here to tell you, that's not the reason. The reason why you're losing $55,000 is you overpaid. You overpaid for the house to begin with. That is the message I'm trying to convey to everyone. It's purchase price. You cannot go back in time after you purchase a house for $55,000, $100,000, $200,000 over asking, and then say to yourself,
How do I refinance this at a lower price?
it doesn't work that way. You can do that with an interest rate. You can say, oh, I have an 8%. Let me get that 6% or that 5% or whatever the interest rate is. You can do that, but you cannot do this with price. And that is what he's leading with. As I was told, if I didn't buy then, I would have a very difficult time buying anything within the next few years. Oh, only if you would have saw my videos before. Only if you could have watched my videos and I could have told you that these real estate agents, that these guys would have told or telling everybody. They were telling people 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, even today. These real estate agents are telling everybody,
If you don't buy now, if you don't buy today, you're not gonna have any houses to buy.
Well, well, all you got to do is go to Zillow, go to Redfin, or any of these other places where you can find houses, and I bet you can find a house right now. Matter of fact, some of these houses have been on the market for 6 months.
What?
5 months, a year.
Huh?
What about these houses? Why are there so many houses staying on the market for so long? Why are there so many new construction properties at a lower price than the properties that are 20 years old? Why is that? I know. Real estate agents told you.
If you didn't buy now, you're losing out on the biggest wealth creation time than you would ever see in your entire lifetime.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And then come to find out, it really is just the opposite. This is the biggest time for you to lose money. I mean, just be honest. All you gotta do is go to the grocery store, gas station. I mean, ragu is $14. A pack of bacon is $20. You have to know something's going on. You have to know that's gonna hurt people's pockets. You have to know that most people are living paycheck to paycheck. That's going to affect the amount of people that are willing to buy a house. The reason why people were willing to purchase a home during a pandemic was because everyone was at home, everyone had money, the government was just printing money on top of money on top of money. That time has stopped. Those days are gone. And a lot of times these real estate agents want to live in that time. Tons and tons of real estate agents are now out of the business. I can almost guarantee you this real estate agent that sold you the property is gone. He's back working at Lowe's or being a DoorDash guy or doing something else, but he's not a real estate agent anymore. This is what's happening in today's market. And then unfortunately, he says this: life events have caused me to relocate for work much sooner than I originally anticipated. What does that mean? AKA, I had a remote job and they're calling me back. I mean, who said that? I wish I knew someone who had said remote jobs were gonna go away and that these companies who are not loyal would call you guys back. I said that. I said these companies will do anything to keep the money printing. What will they do? They're gonna offer you guys remote jobs when things are bad and when they needed workers and when they said, oh, listen, there's a shortage in the amount of employees. Well, why was there a shortage in employees? We were in a pandemic. Everyone was being paid to stay at home. So of course there's gonna be a shortage. Does that make sense? When you're paying people money to stay at home, nobody wants to work. Does that make sense? Does that blow anyone's mind? That is not a surprise. So now that we're back to normal and jobs are laying off people, and not only that, but jobs are saying,
If you want to keep your job, you can no longer work remote. You're gonna have to come back into the office. We didn't buy this $1 billion campus so that everybody can be working across the country. We need people in the office so that this $1 billion campus can be worth it. Or this office building that we're locked in a lease. You think it's gonna pay for itself? You think we wanna keep pay for an empty building?
no, they don't. They need people there to justify the cost. So I will have owned the house for a little over a year before selling it in the spring. Based on the numbers I ran, if I sell at a decent price, I would still lose $55,000.
Oh, hell no!
This is what I'm trying to really convey over to my viewers and my subscribers. I'm trying to let you know, and this is real life. This is a scenario that is happening today, and this isn't just a rare occurrence. This is something that's happening consistently. If you go onto Zillow and you see price change, remember, everybody's situation isn't your situation. There are tons of people in Texas, Florida, California, all over the nation that are in this exact same scenario because they overpaid. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are saying. Well, Orlando, I mean, this is just this guy. And guess what?
I mean, if he would have stayed in the house for 20 years, he would have, made a little money. It wouldn't have been that bad.
And I'm saying, is that what you want to do? Are we buying a house today just so that your equity can go up by $5,000 in 20 years or 10 years? Are we buying a house so that equity can go up 5% a year annually? That's what you would hope for. That's about normal. Does that make sense? These guys have overpaid. And if this person would have just been cautious and sat on the sideline with a purpose and said, you know what? Let me just see how this plays out. He wouldn't have lost $55,000, which will be more than that probably. He's gonna lose $55,000 or more. You know why? Because even though he may put the property on the market, will it sell? Will it sell? He's saying 55,000 minimum. He's not saying 55,000 maximum, because people don't work that way. Everybody wants to lose the minimum.
Yeah, damn right.
He's not saying what he's gonna lose maximum. What can this individual lose maximum? 100,000? 150,000? This is the reason why I don't want you to be in this predicament.
Like and subscribe.
So I want you to put in the comment section, what do you think is the best tip for an individual like this? What do you think is going to have to happen? In my opinion, he's just gonna have to eat it. He's gonna have to take the loss and move on. He's gonna have to say, look, this was a live and learn situation, and I learned that maybe patience is the key. Maybe I should understand that my company, my job, who promised me I could work remotely, maybe they could pull that back. And if they pull that back, what does that mean? That means that I can no longer live in the area I live. I have to move back. Because here's the thing that a lot of remote workers did, guys. And I just want to make this perfectly clear. This is exactly what I'm hearing from people emailing me, DMing me.
Orlando, I need advice on this. What is happening?
A lot of these guys work in an area that pays really well, a California, a Chicago, a Florida, or a New York, and then they move into middle America. They move into areas where the pricing for a home is cheaper. But here's the thing, they don't budget and say, you know what?
I'm gonna buy a home that I could easily afford in the Midwest or in Texas or wherever it may be.
No, what do? They take their salary that they're making on the coast that may be 300, 400, $500,000, whatever it may be, 250,000. And they're maxing out houses. They're maxing out how much they can afford. And at the end of the day, when the company calls, it says,
hey, John, we're gonna have to call you back because we don't do remote work anymore.
They cannot even take a job in their local area where their house is because they cannot afford the home based on the salary in the local area. They can only afford the home based on the remote job that's in California or in Seattle or in Miami. And now they have to move back to California or Miami or wherever they came from that had a high salary. I'm seeing this so much. And it's, again, this is a scenario where I tell you, these companies aren't loyal, guys. You have to do what's best for you and your family. And I don't want you to be in this scenario where now you have to take a 200, 150, or in this guy's case, a minimum of $55,000 loss. Again, this isn't a rare story. This is happening. You can speak to your neighbors, you can speak to your friends. Tons of people are losing money. And what are all of these guys hoping for? They're hoping for a market that happened last year or 2 years ago. That's what they're hoping for. They're saying, please, interest rates go down. These are the individuals praying for rates to drop so that a flood of people can buy overpriced homes. That's what they're doing. They want, just listen to this. They want you right now, who's looking for a home, who's deciding maybe I should get into this market. They're hoping to pass the buck to you so that they can get their $55,000 or $100,000 that they overpaid for it so you can take the loss.
What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
That is what I'm trying to forewarn everybody against. All you have to do is just go look at my old videos, and I've said it over and over and over again, guys. It's going to continue to get worse before it gets better. And sorry for this gentleman who's going to lose money. It is what it is. This is the market, and there's not much you can do but take the loss, take the hit on the head, and take it as a life lesson that, hey, look, I overpaid for a house and I got in over my head and I didn't look at all the red flags. And the number one thing that he did wrong, he took the advice of a realtor whose main objective is to get the highest price on the asset that you are purchasing. Let me say that again. The main objective is for the real estate agent to get the highest price on the home so that he can get the biggest commission. You took his advice that you would never ever be able to buy a house next year. You took his advice, an individual where the bar to become a real estate agent is so low, I probably could pass the test if I fell asleep and woke up last second and just guessed on every multiple choice.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
That's how easy it is to become a realtor. And I know realtors, they're all gonna jump on me and say, Orlando, come on, it's not that easy. It really isn't. Well, why is it my DoorDash guy left his card, said, hey, listen, I'm a realtor, maybe I can help. He's leaving his business cards in a Taco Bell bag.
What?
He's leaving his real estate business cards in a Chipotle bag. Make it make sense to me. Your Uber driver, your guy who works at McDonald's, all real estate agents, guys. The bar of entry is way too low to take the advice for the biggest purchase of your life. And unfortunately, this gentleman is gonna pay for it, and it's gonna cost him a minimum of $55,000. So I hope you got value from this video, but we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property, and the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.